Hello, it's Nara here. Today's video is about part 2 of Support Artist Guide. In the last video, I talked about general overview of support artists. If you haven't watched the part 1, please check it out on link above. In this video, I will go slightly more in depth about support artists, such as Chaos Dungeon build, tripod priority, gem priorities, engravings, and skills. The most efficient way of choosing your character is through Chaos Dungeon, but with the support build, it might be a little bit hard. Skills that are used in Chaos Dungeons are Drawing Sun, Sun Pawn, Orchid, Flying Crane, Dot, Pawn, Tiger Slash, Single Stroke. Let's talk about tripods and runes for those skills. For Drawing Sun, recommended tripods are Tenacity, Release in Energy, My Authority, and recommended rune is Gale Wind. For Sun Pawn, recommended tripods are Quickstroke, Last Attack, My Own Pond, and recommended rune is Gale Wind. For Dot, recommended tripods are White Hit, Blank Ink, Ink Enforcement, and recommended rune is Wealth. For Pawn, recommended tripods are Key Enforcement, White Hit, Release Carp, and recommended rune is Wealth. For Tiger Slash, recommended tripods are Quick Prep, Darkness Injection, Tiger Couple, and recommended rune is Gale Wind. For Single Stroke, recommended tripods are Quick Stroke, Continuous Stroke, Empowered Attack, and recommended rune is Gale Wind. As for the rune priority for Gale Wind, from highest to lowest it is Single Stroke, Tiger Slash, Sun Pawn, Drawing Sun, and as for Wealth, it is Pawn, then Dot. For skill point distribution, if you're lacking skill points, you can lower Orchid skill level to 7. If you're lacking skill points even then, adjust Pawn skill point. And as a relic gear, you can use Betrayal Set. As for engravings, two most important engravings are Return and Preemptive Strike. Other engravings you can take is Grudge and Ray Captain or King Blunt. Let's talk about tripod priorities. Higher priorities tripods are for Drawing Sun, King Enforcement, for Sun Pawn, Quick Prep, for Dot, King Enforcement and Yellow Ink, for Upstroke, King Enforcement. Now, lower priority tripods are for Scatter, Ink Protection, for Sun Pawn, Ink Protection, for Drawing Sun, Protection Increase, for Milky Way, Blue Starlight, for Pawn, Key Enforcement, and for Tiger Slash, Quick Prep. In the last video, I talked about engravings very briefly, but in this video, I will go slightly more in depth about support artist engraving. So in Relic Set, you can equip engravings as Bloom, Awakening, Expert, Heavy Armor, Vital Point Hit. But from 1540 eye level after Belshazzar Hard Patch, we can start equipping ancient level accessories. And with ancient level accessories, we get to equip an extra engraving. Most general setting for ancient accessories are Bloom, Awakening, Expert, Heavy Armor, Vital Point Hit, and Crisis Evasion 1. Or you can equip Bloom, Awakening, Expert, Drops of Ether, Vital Point Hit, and Heavy Armor 1. The skills that support artists generally uses are Drawing Sun, Sun Pawn, Orchid, Scatter, Dot, Phantasm Door, Tiger Slash, Upstroke. But you can switch around with Tiger Slash or Phantasm Door depending on your preference or raid boss's mechanic. You can change with Pawn or Flying Crane or Milky Way. The difference between Tiger Slash, Pawn, and Flying Crane is Tiger Slash has slight lower identity gauge gain and slower animation. Pawn has slight lower stagger than Tiger Slash, but better identity gauge. Flying Crane also has decent identity gauge, but every crane that artist summons has to hit monsters to get identity gauge, as well as stagger level as in description. Also, both Pawn and Flying Cranes have higher skill point investment than Tiger Slash. If you want to take Pawn, recommended tripods are Key Enforcement, White Hit, Carp Release, and recommended rune is Gale. If you want to take Flying Crane, recommended tripods are Stagger, Holy Wing, Crane Bombard, and recommended rune is Galewind. Now, Milky Way is a similar skill from Bard's Rhapsody of Light and Paladin's Godsend Law. But when you cast a skill, it is the holding skill and it casts Artist as a center. So it is often used when raid doesn't need much stagger or cleanse or counter. For example, Belshazzar Gate 4. Or you can use it as freeing your party members from getting binded. For example, Vicus Gate 3 or Belshazzar Gate 4. If you want to take Milky Way, recommended tripods are White Hit, Tenacity, Blue Starlight, and recommended rune is Protection. For the rune choices, some may ask questions of using Conviction and Judgment runes. My answer to that question is you can, but there's a disadvantage using those runes. If you are using Conviction and Judgment rune, you can equip Conviction on Orchid and Judgment on Sampan. Now, the problem about this is that your skill cycle becomes way less fluent than when you are using Focus Rune. If you are lacking in mana, it is better to use Mind Enhancement Tripods and Focus Rune instead, or eat food that gives MP recovery. Moving on, let's talk about gem priorities. The priorities of gems are Drawing Sun, Sun Pawn, Orchid, Dot, Scatter, Tiger Slash, Phantasm Door, Pawn, Flying Crane, and Milky Way. With that being said, this concludes part 2 of Support Artists. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. It will help a ton. If you have a question or feedback, feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.